Binge every episode on Paramount Plus.
Coming up, remembering 4 heroes 1 year later.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. The Floyd County community is looking back on the events of 1 year ago tonight, remembering how the Allen ambush took the lives of officers who lived to serve. WYMT's Buddy Forbes takes us to tonight's Candlelight Vigil in Prestonsburg, honoring Ralph Frazier, William Petrie, Jacob Chaffins, and K9 Drago.
Under the weight of the badge.
June 30th of 2022 is a day that changed everything. For some of us, it's a day we lost a father. It's a day that we lost a friend. It's a day we lost a family member, or it's a day we lost a brother in arms.
This year's been really tough for everybody, but this community is so strong together. They've made sure that no one is left out.
It's a day that we were reminded of the great evil that exists in the world, but it was also a day where we were reminded of the incredible courage, the incredible bravery, and the incredible sacrifice that our men and women in law enforcement show and display each and every single day.
So get ready to turn your lights on. Let's burn one.
And I think we would make them proud that we are where we are today and how far we've come and how we've honored them, but how we've really taken care of their family is what they would be the most proud of.
I can't say, it's just, right now I'm just taking it day by day. That he's been a blessing, Ralph was a blessing all my life. We've been together 42 years. He was my hero then, he still is. And he's everybody else's.
And they were men that exemplified that. They refused to let their world be overcome by evil, but they did everything they could to outdo and overcome evil by doing good. And as we remember them tonight, as we honor them tonight, and as we celebrate their lives tonight, I think one of the best ways we could honor their legacy is to carry that forward.
Mayor Les Stapleton says it was a blessing to see the community come out to light up the night for 3 men who always lit up their lives. And earlier today, a bridge was dedicated to the fallen officers. It's now called the Heroes Bridge. It's near the intersection of Kentucky 114 and North Lake Drive.
Well, our first alert weather day continues, and even though we actually had one county go under a severe thunderstorm watch earlier on tonight, that would be Wayne County in Kentucky, it has long since been canceled, and we have seen nothing out there tonight. Doesn't mean we won't see nothing overnight, though. We have Pikeville Medical Center camera mid-70s out there right now. Not as much of that wildfire smoke in place either as we went through the area. That first alert weather day does continue. The good news, we did cancel the thunderstorm watch for Wayne County about an hour ago, but still in place. South Central Kentucky and back into southeast or southwest Indiana, southern Illinois, and even into, as I drop my clicker, parts of Missouri. Zooming in, you see it all went to our south and west. Some gnarly looking clouds out of Monticello tonight, but that was about it. Backing out, you see a couple of different areas of shower and storm activity. Biggest area right now that we have to watch, storms going up on top of downtown Indianapolis, not just in the sense that they may impact us later tonight. You notice they're not really growing too much. But we also need to watch, maybe if you know any Swifties up in Cincinnati, where the first of 3 concerts being held tonight, and of course tomorrow night and Saturday, or excuse me, tomorrow night and Sunday. See, the days are all just melding together in this weather pattern. We'll continue to watch those work through. So if you know anybody, give them a heads up. Say, hey, may have to face some storms as you head home tonight. Low to mid-70s or back to the hotel or wherever. Low to mid-70s out there tonight. Monticello at this hour still near 80. It feels like the last day of June outside. Your breakfast forecast heading out in the morning. Still watching that potential for thunderstorms as they work through. Low to mid-70s. Another hot and muggy day. Heat indices not far from 100. I'll have the very latest on more storm chances working in for the rest of the weekend. Steve?
Evan, thank you. The U.S. Supreme Court has struck down President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan. Justices blocked the administration's efforts to deliver up to $20,000 in loan relief to millions of borrowers struggling with debt. The decision was 6-3, with Chief Justice John Roberts writing for the conservative supermajority.
hey, at the end of the day, let's get Congress, if that's what we want, let's talk to our congressman.
Student debt cancellation is legal and it is just, no matter what the Supreme Court says.
In the majority opinion written by Chief Justice John Roberts, the court said the HEROES Act does not give the Secretary of Education the authority to wipe out the debt. Last fall, 18% of students that attended Hazard Community and Technical College received loans, and now students everywhere are faced with paying off their loans following that Supreme Court ruling earlier today, striking down the president's student loan relief plan. WYMT's Jack Demler spoke with school officials about the impacts this ruling could have.
One day following the Supreme Court ruling ending affirmative action, the Supreme Court struck down President Biden's student loan relief plan.
Well, anytime access and equity in higher education is affected, it is concerning.
The decision has school officials at the Hazard Community and Technical College more focused on the student loan default rate.
We have students, a large number of students, who have not been in what we call repayment status for quite some time. So now everyone's moving back into repayment status. We'll have to help the students understand what their options are.
Linden says if a college's student loan default rate is over 30% for 3 years in a row, they could face penalties such as not being able to offer federal financial aid. The Supreme Court's ruling has school officials looking to help students navigate ways to pay off student loans. In a statement, officials with the University of Kentucky said, quote, "The university will continue their efforts to prioritize affordability and financial literacy, ensuring students have a sustainable 4-year financial plan when they arrive on campus." Finding ways to help students in need of aid. In Hazard, Jack Demler, WYMT Mountain News.
Dr. Linden says while it's too early to determine what the long-term effects of the ruling will be, HCTC officials will monitor its impact during the next few months. Kentucky is teaming up with FEMA to help some eastern Kentucky flood victims. Governor Andy Beshear made the announcement today. The partnership will bring 10 homes to Letcher County. That area was one of the hardest hit in last year's July flooding. The Letcher County Fiscal Court donated the 4-acre tract of land near Whitesburg. It will be known as the Cottages at Thompson Branch. Officials with the Wolfe County Search and Rescue Team are also trying to encourage safety as hikers hit the trails this summer. They say 2 hikers had to be rescued Monday night after they missed a turn at the Rockbridge Swift Camp Creek intersection. The hikers were able to call 911 and give dispatch their coordinates. The rescue team was able to find the hikers and bring them back to safety. Officials urge hikers to pay close attention to signage on the trails. A month-long investigation in Pike County led to 2 Ohio men facing drug charges. Police say Trevon Terrell and Mylan Bodiford were arrested and charged with drug trafficking. Officials say they found meth, fentanyl, cocaine, money, and other drugs during a search today. Police say the investigation is ongoing and more charges are pending. Crisis response canines travel to communities across the country following traumatic events, but this week one team made a stop here in eastern Kentucky. Bear Berman and his canine Macy are from Orlando, Florida, but made the trek to eastern Kentucky to attend Camp Noah events in Floyd and Perry counties and speak and interact with flood victims, their children, or those still struggling as they recall the events of the Allen shooting 1 year ago. Berman says he and Macy help folks open up after traumatic events, aiding in the healing process, something that he added is a blessing.
To be the mechanism to connect the dog and that person, and then for me to interact with that person and help them along the way. What a blessing.
Berman said he and Macy, as well as other teams, would be back in the mountains in July for other Camp Noah events across the region. A well-known resident of Harlan County died earlier this week. Benny Massey Sr. died on June 28th. Massey, a lifelong resident of Lynch, was 73 years old. Massey was a retired coal miner who fought for better working conditions along with his brother George. He was a longtime Lynch City Council member and also known for his fashion, his skills behind the grill, and his love for the Lord. Visitation will be Saturday, July 8th from 11 a.m. until the funeral at 1 p.m. at the Greater Mount Sinai Baptist Church. For more information on the services and a link to his 2006 East Kentucky Leadership Award profile, you can go to our website, WYMT.com. People will play baseball in memory of a young Corbin boy tomorrow. 8-year-old Eli Hill died back in March when a basketball backboard fell on him, hitting him in the chest. His parents say Eli loved going to church and playing sports. All the money raised at tomorrow's hit-a-thon will go to the Eli Hill Foundation. It gives scholarships to young athletes just like Eli. The event will be at noon at Berea Parks and Rec. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, heading to your favorite beach spot this summer, we've got some advice on ways to escape a hidden danger.
Plus, we continue to watch the potential for strong to severe storms later tonight. The details after this.
When you drive a Ford F-150, you